Well, good afternoon, everybody, on this 9th day of December. Here at the Never Done and Always Changing, my G-scale railroad, 1 to 24 scale, actually. And if you've been following along, you know that I've been redoing this room. This is the new section. That'll be the small town of Cassidy. Got my work area over here. Still being completed and worked out. Got some shelves to put on the wall. But I got a little table worked out here so I can store some materials while I'm putting in some scenery, do some work over there as needed. And then of course, you know, the rest of the layout. I got some new lights that I got to put up to help fill out some of the dark spots. But meantime, I've been working on some scenery and also given some thought to this area up here as what I'm going to do with this. In the past, back here where these little cabins are, temporarily placed, I used to have a mine facility that was an O scale. It had been there for a long time, and well, I just pulled it out, and I still wanted to utilize this building here, which was the tipple that went with another mine, the Nevermind. But I just can't seem to fit it up here. I can't put the other mine up here either. It's just kind of narrow. But I really like this little structure, and I just thought, well, I want to kind of hold on to this in some way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild this hillside a little bit, build it up maybe, and have a bit of a connection going back into a tunnel directly into the hill as a mine. And then it'd come out here. And on this side, this is just a little temporary, but maybe it would be a little loading deck with a little crane on it, lifting supplies off into some sort of warehouse. That little building is a shower building I have for a lumber camp that I no longer have. So not sure what I'm going to do with that. And then I thought I could string this area out here and use up the rest of my little camp buildings, kind of dress that area up a little bit more, maybe looking through the trees a little bit. So that's where that's going. And the other thing I've been working on is this little area here. I started doing some of the landscape in and around these areas. None of this is completed, although this is probably about 90% complete. The buildings are just temporarily placed in there right now. I got the road going. And I started setting back in some of the buildings, just get a feel for what it might look like. And coming around this side here, sorry, I try to go slow. I have the outhouse back there. I'm going to get some better lighting, shooting down into this area so it shows up. And then this little work area, this little, I don't know what it would be, a little maintenance waste shed somewhere out here in the woods near the water tank. We'll have a lot of little junk materials. I was just kind of dropping some things in here, seeing what they'd look like. Different G-scale stuff, some O-scale stuff, some HO scale stuff. I use a little bit of everything. And then the water tank, which is on a temporary foundation right now. And then probably have a little background of trees here. These are all just kind of temporarily put in. And then some of my landscape handiwork where I utilized a lot of materials that I had scraped off of the layout that I took down. So got some wire brush tree branch limbs twisted and stuck in there to create some sort of weedy grass, and got some other rope type grass, some florist materials, some static grass, just a little bit of everything. I still haven't ballasted the track in here yet. I did work out a little crossing that's just temporarily sitting in there. But once I continue to work on this, get this in, I'll get all that done. This area here is all glued in. A little bit of the texture, kind of a lot of layering, you know, going on. So it gives you a feel for the scale of that. Same thing back here. Look at this little cabin stuck in the back there. Cabin is made out of paper. That's all paper textures right there. With a, I think, construction paper roof, etc. And then as I come back around the front, this is that area I'm going to have kind of the outskirts, if you will, of the lumber camp, as if, you know, the lumber camp is down this hill, down in this area, and these are some buildings a little uphill, so there'll be a little detail around these guys, some trees planted in around them, some bigger trees like this one that's here, placed in this location. I'm going to have to make a few more of those to kind of put in and around that area. And so that's kind of it. That's a little bit of the update on what I've got going. I did take some paper texture and blew it up to a scale I kind of liked it, and put it around my end walls that hold up my bridge. And underneath the bridge, it looks pretty good. You know, it's nothing special, but at least it finishes it. And then I'll eventually have a black fascia on either side of this to kind of pull it all together. But for now, that's it from the Never Done and Always Changing. Hope you're enjoying the updates and following along. A little slow task right now, but I'm getting there. Just moving along. So from the Never Done and Always Changing, you have a good model railroading day. Bye now.